Salacious avoidant breakup. Did you push your dismissive avoidant ex away? While there are certainly many things you can do to push a dismissive avoidant away, there are some things I noticed that the people I work with blame themselves for after going through a breakup with a dismissive avoidant that are truly not their fault. In fact, the actions they took were a way to preserve the relationship, to try to understand their partner, to repair, and to bid for closeness. Watch this video if your dismissive avoidant ex left and you're blaming yourself for pushing them away. Hi, I'm Katya Morozova. I'm a personal and relationship coach for people who are ready to become secure in their skin and in their relationships and to have lasting and healthy connections. I'm also the founder of KatyaMorozova.me. If you want practical tools and practical understanding of attachment styles and really the roadmap to get you to the healthy and lasting connection that you desire, then definitely subscribe to my channel and go ahead and hit that like button. Before we get into the video, I've been getting a lot of questions recently about one-on-one coaching and if I'm currently taking on clients. At the time this video is being released, the answer is yes. And I'll link to my coaching in the description and I'll talk about it more at the end of the video. Right now I have 2 spots available for my 3-month custom coaching program, Recover, Restore, and Reconnect. And if you want to book a one-off session with me, I also have a live calendar with my updated weekly availability. I'll link to that as well in the description. Okay, let's move on to figuring out if you pushed your dismissive avoidant ex away. This video is inspired by the people I work with who sometimes surprise me with the amount of responsibility they take on for the breakup. I listen to them as they're filled with regret, telling me about these unforgivable things they did that really pushed their dismissive avoidant ex away. They'll say things like, if I only didn't say that, we would still be together. And I often find that their actions were in fact very forgivable and actually very intuitive and normal. Yet at the end of a relationship, when we're blindsided by the cold manner that a dismissive avoidant can demonstrate, for instance, it can feel like they just turned off. Like you even wonder if this is even the same person. And their confidence and clarity in their coolness can be really confusing. This all can make you start questioning yourself, your reality, and if you're seeing things clearly, maybe you are in fact the one to blame. Well, let's get something straight. Here are the things you should not blame yourself for. And if your dismissive avoidant ex broke up with you for these reasons, you were probably in an unhealthy relationship or with someone who wasn't available for the level of intimacy that you need and that is really healthy to maintaining a relationship. The first perfectly reasonable action that you may have taken and now you wonder if you pushed your ex away is checking to see if things are okay between the two of you. Okay, yes, there are times when this can be overkill and can be a marker of deep insecurity. We're not going to delve into that in this video. But if you generally feel secure in your relationship and then you notice something shifts between you and your partner and you call it out and you want to get it resolved or you want to try to understand the shift, that's perfectly normal. That shows that you are attuned to your partner, that you care about their needs and emotional state, and it shows that you value your connection and want a connected relationship. Here's another perfectly acceptable action to take in a relationship that shouldn't push your partner away, which is wanting to know the trajectory of your relationship. For instance, communicating that you're wanting more in a way that's appropriate to the length, investment, and commitment of your relationship. Here are some examples. If you've been dating for a few months and you want to spend more time together and have conversations about exclusivity, how it's feeling to be together, and if there's a trajectory for a deepening connection. Or if you've been dating for 6 months to a year or more and you'd like to explore the next stage of your relationship And you want to start having conversations about that. Wanting to know the trajectory of your relationship is not a deal breaker. It's a normal part of getting to know each other when it's appropriate for the timeline and the level of intimacy that you share. Next up is desiring to get clear on shifting behavior. If your partner's behavior has changed consistently, for instance, if they were always verbally committed and now they're being wishy-washy about you and about your relationship, or if they've been acting committed and now they're rolling it back, or if they start distancing consistently and it's impacting your relationship and impacting you having your needs met. These are all perfectly appropriate things to bring up for discussion in a relationship with a dismissive avoidant. These types of shifts clearly impact you and the stability of your relationship. Wanting to know if you're still in this together after your partner is showing signs of cold feet is something any secure person would do to make sure that this is a relationship that they should continue to stick it out for. Let me know in the comments, did you notice a behavior shift in your dismissive avoidant and brought it up to them near the end of your relationship? If you're in a relationship that generally feels secure and then starts to feel insecure, bringing things up in a compassionate way is entirely healthy. But if you had a partner who made you feel like you were too sensitive for being attuned to yourself and to them in the relationship, and if at some point the relationship ends after you call out their behavior, it can feel like you were the one who brought the relationship to an end, when that is just not the case. Just because some dismissive avoidants can't tolerate having a conversation about growing intimacy, their challenges with intimacy, or can't see that they are distancing themselves and don't feel like they owe you an explanation, doesn't make you the pushy, needy one who is asking for too much. Do you agree with this statement? If so, give me a thumbs up. Again, this isn't to demonize dismissive avoidance. That's not what we're doing here. That said, if a dismissive avoidant doesn't have the capacity and self-awareness to discuss these topics, you do have to accept that. This person may not be ready for the level of intimacy that you want in a relationship. If you're still struggling to recover from your relationship, you're still ruminating and blaming yourself for your actions, and you're trying to figure out if you had a part to play or if your actions were totally warranted, and if you're also just trying to get a general sense of security in yourself and how you show up in your relationships, if you want to be more self-assured in expressing your needs and boundaries in a relationship. If this sounds like you, Recover, Restore, Reconnect may be for you. It's a 3-month custom coaching program that supports you in recovering from your breakup, restoring your self-worth and self-esteem, and reconnecting with your ex if it feels right. You can apply for that program in the description below. Did you find this video helpful? If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to watch more videos on understanding your breakup using attachment theory so that you can heal, get clarity, and attract healthy love back into your life. Want to watch more videos that support you in breaking through rumination and blame? Watch this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.